Voice of Mr.Benn, actor Ray Brooks dies at the age of 86. TV actor Ray Brooks, who starred in some of the UK's best-known programs in a career spanning 5 decades, has died aged 86. Brooks narrated the classic 1970s children's show Mr.Benn and played the male lead in the groundbreaking 1960s BBC drama Cathy Come Home. He also starred in primetime 1980s programs Big Deal, in which he played lovable rogue gambler Robbie Box, and Running Wild as the comic lead Max Wild. Brooks also became one of few actors to appear in both Coronation Street and EastEnders. He played Norman Phillips in the ITV soap in the 1960s and arrived in Albert Square 40 years later to portray Joe Macer, who infamously murdered his wife Pauline Fowler. He died on Saturday after a short illness, his family told the BBC. In a statement, the actor's sons Will and Tom said their dad thought he was best known for Mr. Benn, with people continually asking him to say the catchphrase as if by magic. The cartoon followed Mr. Benn, who, through dressing up in a magical costume shop, found himself in a new adventure every episode. Brooks's sons added, although only 13 episodes were made, they were repeated twice a year for 21 years. A list of TV shows in which Brooks appeared in the 1960s and 1970s reads like a rundown of the British small screen's biggest hits of the era. They included roles in Danger Man, Dixon of Dock Green, Emergency Ward 10, The Avengers, Randall, and Hopkirk, Deceased, and Z Cars. He also had a number of film successes, including in the 1965 film The Knack, and How to Get It, which won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. He played Giorgio, the waiter in the crumbling hotel in Carry On Abroad in 1972, and also appeared in the 1966 Doctor Who movie Daleks Invasion Earth. 2150 AD Brooks also enjoyed appearances in the theater, including Alan Ayckbourn's Absent Friends alongside Richard Briers, Peter Bowles, and Phillida Law. He also starred opposite Felicity Kendall in Tom Stoppard's On the Razzle. His most acclaimed role came early in his career when he played Reg in the gritty BBC TV play Cathy Come Home, which chronicled Britain's housing shortage in the late 1960s. Directed by Ken Loach and filmed in a documentary style, it followed a young couple's struggle with homelessness. It is regularly cited as one of the most influential TV broadcasts of all time. But arguably, Brooks's biggest mainstream successes came in the 1980s, with 2 successive primetime leading roles. In Big Deal, his character Robbie Box seeks to make a living playing poker and betting on horses and dogs, while trying to keep his relationship together with his partner Yan, played by Sharon Deuce. The fast-talking Londoner became one of TV's best-loved working-class characters in an era of Del Boy Trotter and Arthur Daly. Deuce went on to appear in an episode of Running Wild, Brooks's next big hit, where he switched channels to ITV for a sitcom about a former teddy boy going through a midlife crisis. His popular partnership with Deuce was revived by the BBC in 1992's Growing Pains, which saw the pair play a couple who become foster parents. Throughout his career, his unmistakable voice saw him land several roles as narrator, including the beloved children's show Mr. Benn, The Pickwick Papers, and 30 episodes reading the stories to young viewers in Jackanory. He also voiced thousands of adverts for companies including Guinness, Whiskas, Marmite, and R. White's Lemonade. Nonetheless, his sons said Brooks shunned the limelight in real life. They said his 3 true loves were family. He also had a daughter, Emma, who died in 2003, Fulham Football Club, and spending time in Brighton, where he was born. He was among the celebrity Fulham fans who fought against the club's proposed merger with QPR in the 1980s, and son. Will recalled that Brooks even wore a Save Fulham badge during an interview on Wogan at the time. The family revealed that he had spent the last few years living with dementia, but died peacefully on Saturday with his family at his bedside. On August 9, 2025, the curtain fell on a career that spanned over 6 decades, leaving an indelible mark on British television and culture. Raymond Michael Brooks, known to millions simply as Ray Brooks, passed away at the age of 86. His was a face you knew, a voice you loved, and a presence that defined an era, or perhaps several eras. But before he became a household name and the voice of a beloved children's hero, he was just a young man from Brighton with a dream. Born on April 20th, 1939, Ray's early life was a canvas waiting for a story. His good looks and natural charm quickly landed him in the spotlight, and by the swinging 60s, he was a fixture on the big screen. Mr. Benn lived in a small house on a small street called Festive Road. For millions of children, those words were a weekly ritual. As the narrator of the iconic cartoon Mr. Benn, Ray Brooks's voice became the comforting soundtrack to countless adventures. His calming, elegant delivery transformed a simple story about a man trying on different costumes into a timeless tale of imagination and escapism. It was a cultural touchstone that proved his talent was not just in his face, but in the power of his voice. Ray Brooks was a man of many parts, much like Mr. Benn himself. In the 1980s, he returned to prominence with the BBC comedy drama Big Deal, co-starring with Sharon Deuce. His character, Robbie Box, showcased his versatile acting chops and resonated with a more mature audience. Years later, a new generation would come to know him on the most famous square in Britain, Albert Square. In the mid-2000s, Ray joined the cast of EastEnders as Joe Macer, a kind-hearted builder who fell in love with Pauline Fowler. His character's final tragic arc, accidentally killing his wife, was a storyline that captivated the nation and demonstrated his ability to play both the hero and the heartbreakingly flawed man. Behind the public persona was a dedicated family man. Ray married Sadie Elcom in 1963, and together they raised 3 children. While he was a staple on our screens, his home life remained a private sanctuary. He found his greatest joy not under the glare of the studio lights, but in the quiet, simple moments with his loved ones. He was a longtime professional who never sought the limelight for its own sake, but rather for the craft he so deeply respected. As the news of his passing spread, tributes began to pour in. From the fans who remember him as the voice of their childhood to the actors who had the privilege of working with him, the sentiment was the same: a profound sense of loss for a true gentleman of the industry. Ray Brooks's career was a testament to the enduring power of storytelling. He gave us characters to love, to laugh with, and to mourn. He helped us escape into a magical world where a man could try on a suit and become anything he wanted to be. He reminded us that the simplest stories are often the most profound. His work is his epitaph, and his voice, the one that so gracefully guided us on our adventures, will echo in our memories forever. His passing marks the end of an extraordinary journey, but his legacy lives on in every episode of Mr. Benn, every film he graced, and every life he touched. So let's honor him not with sadness, but with a celebration of a life well lived and a career that brought so much joy. Thank you for joining us in celebrating the life of Ray Brooks. If you were touched by his work, please like this video and share your favorite memories of him in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories on the lives of the legends who shaped our world.